Hi everyone. So I've been playing around with FastAPI, and I just thought, it's FastAPI is good for kind of real time applications. So I just thought, oh, it'd be pretty cool to see if I can kind of build one. So, and what was good is I just used Copilot and GPT, and kind of within an hour I had something working, and it works. I'll show you what I've done. Just for context, I've got a fast API running in a container. The container, so I've got this image, Python 3.10. I've got some poetry log files that install some of the stuff that I was using on a previous app. But I just thought might as well just use it for demonstration purposes. And then the compose file just maps the volume, the current directory, to the directory in the Docker container, which is that there. That's all that's doing. Running on 8089, and it takes my env file again for this video. I don't need the demo. Don't need the env file. So all it's going to run is the FastAPI app and hosting on 8089, and it reloads every time I hit save. You can't actually see the terminal, but that's fine. Don't worry about the terminal. Okay, so that's that. What else have I got? I've got actually, let me just show you what it looks like. Sorry, let me just turn myself off, because so if I go localhost 8089, you'll see that's what it looks like currently. I've got this little color picker thing and a rubber, a pencil. You can ignore the line for now because it doesn't actually do anything. So the idea being that let me get an incognito up. So I've got two kind of replicating two users connected to this WebSocket. So it's running on WebSockets. So the idea is one person. It's almost like a classroom board, but it's kind of real time, so other people can join in on whatever you're doing. So imagine if you're a teacher and you had like a question, and you can get a student to kind of answer the question, or you were artists or whatever, and two artists are trying to collaborate. They can both draw, and then I don't know, you send the image off to some AI thing, and it gives you back a proper JPEG or PNG. So that was the idea behind it. To show you what happens, so you can see it working. So if I just select the pencil, keep an eye on this screen here. Is if I draw, actually you can't see. You can see it there. So if I draw, notice how it's drawing on the other pane. I'm not actually drawing here. I'm just drawing here. So as I do it there, it's drawing there, right? If I hit the rubber and start rubbing off, notice how it's rubbing off on the other side. I'm actually not touching the other pane. And this is all being done over WebSockets, and it's using FastAPI. So that's pretty cool, eh? Again, on this side, if I go to the color picker and say red, and now I start drawing, notice on the left hand side how it's drawing. If I start to rub it away, and the left hand side, I'm actually editing the right hand side. The left hand side is now getting erased. Just pretty cool, isn't it? So yeah, this is just a video to show what I've been up to with FastAPI, and it's working well. If you don't know FastAPI, it's very good for excuse me, real time applications. So this is almost like a Miro board kind of mini version of it. You can just draw at the moment, but it works. As I do that, the one on the right is getting drawn, and as you can see, and as I drag away, yeah. So that's that. So as you saw, that kind of works. So how did I do that? So let's go on the backend. The backend is very, very simple. I've just got, so this is FastAPI. Ignore all of this stuff because this is me just was another app. The main thing you want to worry about is this. All I'm saying, it's a WebSocket, and the endpoint is main, and then main room basically. Accepts the connection. Clients connected, which is this list, append the WebSocket. Whatever the WebSocket is being connected, append it to that. So while true, whatever data you're getting from the WebSocket, broadcast it to all the clients who've been connected. So in this case, we've got the two browsers getting connected, and whatever comes from the left-hand pane goes to the right-hand pane via the sockets. If there's an error, close it, and so on. So pretty straightforward. I mean, I'll take this off. I don't. Actually, I'll just leave it in. So pretty straight. On the front end, it's just JavaScript. Nothing fancy here. I'm using. Let me just turn myself off again. I'm using. What do you call it? Tailwind CSS. So nothing fancy here. You've just got these list items that you got the pencil, the eraser, color picker, and so on. And then I've got the canvas, pretty standard HTML canvas. I don't think I actually need this anymore. I'll take that off later. But yeah, you can see is the WebSocket. As the page loads, it connects to localhost. This might have to change for a environment variable, I think. And then main, and then room. I've got a color picker. When you change the color picker, it changes the current color to whatever the color picker is. Where have I set current color? Oh, actually, this might not very clear. Sorry, that should go up here somewhere. I can't actually see. So it just changes the current color when you change the picker. Ignore this. This is more the here's the canvas. I get the canvas offset width and offset height, canvas width and canvas height. This was more to get the viewport height, because for some weird reason I couldn't get it to span the entire height of the page. Even now, I don't think it's sort of almost. And then that's what the resize canvas does. When the window loads, it just resizes the canvas. Draw line takes your previous coordinates and your current coordinates, and it draws the line. And whatever color you're drawing with. Line width by default is 2. If the color is white, so in this case, if you've chosen the eraser, it sets the width to 20. So it's easier to kind of erase. Otherwise, it becomes very, very difficult. And it sets, obviously, I'll show you now. But like, where is it? If you pick the eraser, it sets the color to white. So obviously, white on white, it almost seems like it's getting erased. So that's that. Mouse down, again, it sets drawing to true. As soon as you start to interact, it sets drawing to true. And it gets the rectangle bounds. So the current canvas, because the problem is, I think if on the other browser, if someone changes the browser width, I think the whole app would come crashing down. So this kind of gets you the context in which you're working, i.e. the canvas context. And then you get your previous X, previous Y. Mouse over. If you're not drawing, then return. We don't need to do anything. Again, we're getting the canvas. Just to be on the safe side, we get the canvas width and height. And draw line, as you saw, it takes the previous coordinates, current color, and draws it. And as soon as it draws it, it sends it to the socket. And that's what you see. So as soon as it sends it to the socket, so whatever you draw is now getting drawn on the other user's canvas. And it just sets previous X to previous Y to the current XY. Pretty similar with the mouse up. I think they explained pretty similar. Again, it sends it to the socket. That's what you see on the other thing. And that's it, really. Pretty straightforward. And then on the socket, every time there's a new message on the socket, an event is triggered, and that event reads the data and draws it on the canvas. So if the right pin is drawing something, the left pane says, oh, there's a message now, draw it, and so on and so forth. So yeah, pretty good. It works. I think I might take it forward a bit more and maybe have like sessions, and you can invite people and things like that. But I think there are a few more bugs that I have noticed, and I'll show you if I just get rid of that. And notice how it's not quite right. So let's say I'm trying to draw a house. The mouse, as you can see, is there, but as I draw, actually it didn't draw. Oh, it did. Oh, okay. I thought it was a bug. So if I draw like a house, actually, by the way, let's just get that one up. So you can see the house is now getting drawn on the right hand side as I draw it there, right? And now if on the right hand side, I'll select red, and let's color in the red, and you can see on the left hand side is getting colored in. I think it'll be better if you had like those pencil things, but I'm coloring the house in. So yeah, it works pretty cool. So I had a lot of fun with this morning, and it took me just an hour, which is pretty cool. I mean, in the sense that I just use what do you call it, GPT and thing, Copilot, and yeah, within an hour or two, I had the thing working, which is pretty cool. So as you saw in that demo, I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, it was quite easy. I didn't actually have to do a lot of the coding. GPT did most of it. Copilot did most of it. So yeah, I might take it forward a bit and just kind of see if I can improve it a bit. Have sessions, and people can sort of invite others to draw on the board, and maybe have this ability to follow. You know how you have on a Miro board, you can follow the other person and so on and so forth. I think that would be pretty cool. So yeah. Yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry, I just thought I'll do this video because I had this. I was kind of bored in the morning, so I thought, oh, let's just see if I can do something with FastAPI, and kind of just see if I can get Copilot and GPT to build most of the stuff out. I just directed it where it went wrong. Anyway, it did go wrong with the JavaScript side. I had to really start debugging and see why it wouldn't work and things like that. So yeah, just shows what you can do nowadays with AI. So I think a lot of engineers will end up being prompt engineers rather than software engineers and software developers. Yeah, so anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye.